video because I haven't done one for a while. I've been a bit disheartened since I drowned my drone. Plus, it's not just drowning the drone; it's all the footage that I lost on it.
Yeah.
So,
and then for some reason, every time we go on a boat cruise,
fucking GoPro behind the first time, second time left the battery behind.
So things that we would have said about the Yellow River cruise it was beautiful, and the person who was our guide, he was very informative. We saw some amazing things. We saw a sea eagle, and it swooped down and caught a fish
right in front of us.
Easy as. It was just so effortless, and it's not something you get to see very often.
And then we saw a buffalo having a swim.
Buffalo having a swim, and the buffalo apparently is pest. So it's and because it's so big, we were thinking, how can it survive in the water with the crocodiles? Because there were so many crocodiles around, and apparently they're just too big for the crocodiles, and their horns are too sharp, and so they survive. And then there were pigs everywhere, which is the devastation that they caused was just shocking, wasn't it?
Yeah, I reckon there's 200,000 pigs in Kakadu now.
Yeah.
And they were culling them a couple of years ago, and then there was a helicopter crash where a couple of rangers and a pilot got hurt, and so a big inquiry into health and safety and all that, so they ground all the helicopters for a couple of years, and they've just started putting the helicopters up again now, but even in a good year they can only shoot 3,000 or 4,000 pigs, and there's 200,000 pigs in there.
Shocking.
And they do. We saw the damage they do. It's just you wouldn't believe it. Just like somebody went through the paddock with a plough, just ploughed it up. It's just pigs rooting in the ground here.
Yeah, and we saw them on the bank, so they're brazen as anything. They're just everywhere.
Yeah. And they're big too. Like, they're not small pigs. They're big.
Yeah. So if you're traveling up to Kakadu, the Yellow River cruise, highly recommended. It was just beautiful, very relaxing.
Yeah, good.
Very friendly people.
$100 a head for a 2-hour cruise. You got to get there at 6:30 in the morning, but yeah, definitely worth it. You see stuff from a boat you can't see from land, and just the information you get from the guide makes it worthwhile. I'd suggest if you're going to do Kakadu with a caravan, you probably want to spend 2 days at Jabiru and then come down to the caravan park at Kawinda and spend maybe 2 to 3 days there. There's a bit more stuff to see around Kawinda, and most of the tracks that you've got to go to, you don't want to be dragging a caravan with you, so you need to leave your caravan somewhere. The free camps out in the bushes are $15 a night per person, so it's $30 a night to free camp in a dirt hole, or $35 a night to go in the caravan park with power and water. So for the extra $5 you might as well be in the caravan park, and then you can, confidently leave your van there.
It was $58 for the caravan park.
The one in Jabiru is 58, but the one in Kawinda is 35. Yeah, so Jabiru is expensive, but it's a pretty good park.
The food was amazing.
Yeah, the good restaurant there.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
So it's apparently a bit chilly. They've got a bar there. You've got power. You've got everything.
Yeah.
So a great place to come back to, because after a hot day of hiking, you needed the air conditioner. It was just like so hot.
Yeah, we were, like I think I said before, first day we were here was 35, next 36, 37, 38 yesterday. Looks overcast today too, so it mightn't be as
very humid
warm
today.
But yeah, it's humid today.
Yeah.
Looks like it might even get a bit of rain, which they'd be happy to have.
Yeah. We did also a few hikes and went in, had a look at the artworks. That was well worth it. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. It's just so pretty here.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon you got to come here in either at the very end of the wet season or early on in the wet season. Some of the places get closed once the rain settles in. It's spectacular in the dry, but in the wet it would be even more so.
We did the the Jim Jim Falls hike yesterday, which you cannot do in the wet season, so we're glad we did it. If you're doing it in the wet season, apparently you have to go by air and fly over it to have a look at the falls. So the falls weren't falling, but I can tell you it was absolutely beautiful and a little bit of hard work, that hike, but well worth it.
It was hard work, yeah. And the water's freezing like there. That was really cold, that water. But I got in anyway.
Yeah, so we'll put some footage up of that once Jim's had a couple of days in Mataranka. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. So this is the East Alligator River, or sorry, South Alligator River in the dry season. So she's bone dry. Yeah, so definitely no fish in here. Looks like there might be a bit of water come down here in the wet season though. Yeah.
So we just did a little walk and it was nice and flat and everything, and we're just sweating like crazy. The humidity is quite heavy today. It's 28 degrees and it's 11 o'clock in the morning still. We've noticed as we've been traveling, and the tour guide for the Yellow River cruise told us the other day that you'll notice there's not a lot of roadkill. And the reason for that is not because the animals have gotten smarter, but because there's less of them. The goannas have been dying because of the introduced cane toad, so they eat them and it kills them. The pigs are tearing up the land, and the water buffaloes, also animals which have been introduced.
So the kangaroos are moving away to better grass plains?
Yeah, so the kangaroos have moved away to better grass plains, so you hardly even see them. So if there's no animals, they don't die on the roads. So it's a bit sad, but it's nice not to see the dead animals everywhere, but it's a bit sad that there's no animals to get run over.
Yeah, I've been saying that for the last month really, haven't it? There's a distinct lack of wildlife. A lot of it's to do with indiscriminate burning off, so a lot of the councils don't burn off the way the traditional owners want them to. They just get a big crew in, burn off thousands and thousands of acres at a time, and of course then the animals move away, which is good for the plant growth, but the animals also are needed to fertilise the plant growth too. So the traditional owners burn off a little bit here and a little bit there, the same way lightning strikes here and there, and the councils get involved and they said, oh fuck it, we'll do a better job, and they get in and burn off half a national park in one go, so oh well. Government interference, one of my favourite topics. We'll go for a ride down to the swimming hole. The biggest problem with this caravan park, if you don't get here early, you get stuck way up the back, which is 500 or 600 metre walk from the swimming hole. By the time you go down and have a wash and walk back to the caravan park, you need another hole, another swim. It's nice and cool in here. Seems pretty quiet down here at the moment. We'll go in for a bit of a float around. slippery here.
Well, it's not actually yellow. That's where it's coming through. So Townsville and Janie across
Sinking.
You're sinking?
I'm heavier than the noodle will support. Give me a the water here is about 27 or 28 degrees, and I reckon it flows through here at about 1 million litres a minute. Comes from underground thermal springs, so it's got a fair bit of minerals in it, so you can sort of smell the minerals and taste them, but yeah, very fresh. Doesn't do much in the way of cooling you off when it's 37, 38 degrees, but
No, it's only slightly cooler than the air is.
but you know, it's not too bad.
It's relaxing. Okay, let's try again. So we're headed to, we've just left Mataranka and we're headed to...
We're gonna go to the Barclay Homestead, which is on the Capricornia Highway, which that's when we start heading east. So it's about 730 k's today, so it'll be a big day on the road.
So first stop, Elliott Falls,
Stop at Elliott. Stop in Elliott first. We might refuel there, and then we should have enough fuel to get to Mount Isa then, which is about another 400 k's past Barclay Homestead. So we've got about 2,500 k's to do to get to Townsville, and we'll stop in a couple of places, but there's not much along that stretch of road, so.
Yeah.
So we'll just drive. It'll be a little bit cooler there than what it has been where we've been.
What temperature did we get to yesterday? It was a real stinker.
Yeah, 38 yesterday.
Jeez, it was hot. Yeah.
So it's a bit warm.
I wanted warm weather. I didn't want sauna.
Well, Townsville's sort of around the mid-20s, high 20s at the moment, so
Fingers crossed it stays that way for a while.
should be a little bit more bearable.
Yeah. So it's a nice day. It's gonna clear up. It's 22 degrees already. It's only 7:24 in the morning. So let's see what the day turns into. Good morning. So we've just left Barclay Station.
Barclay Homestead. Yeah.
Homestead, yeah. So we had a good night there. Had a lovely dinner. Looks like they've really tidied up the place, so it's looking pretty fancy now. Who do we catch up with there?
Bloke that we met in
Daily Waters.
Daily Waters, yeah. So he's been travelling up north as well, and he's on his way to Cairns. So that's about the only place you can sort of stop between basically the Stewart Highway and Mount Isa. So yeah, nearly anybody that's travelling there stops there. So
that was the group with Shane Cole and his wife Patty. Yeah.
So yeah, so good to catch up with him.
Yeah. So we'll be in Queensland in a couple of hours. We're going to stop at where? Chamomile to watch Seth run through his football banner to celebrate. I think he said it was his 50th game. So very exciting. So we're coming into Mount Isa and it's been dead flat, and all of a sudden we've got all these lovely hills. So here's a picture of Mount So this is coming into Mount Isa. Yeah.
This road train in front of us is 54 metres long.
54 meters.
Watch it.
This is what you got to pass when you're on the road. It takes a little while.
Is this the Shell?
No, it's still heaps ways to go. So cotton looks like in bales.
So this is an interesting little place. It's called Mary Kathleen. Used to be a mining town. So we'll take you around tomorrow and have a look at some of the history of the place. But it's about 60 k's east of Mount Isa, and it's a huge area, free camp. So we sort of pulled in here about 2 o'clock. And there's just from what I can see around us now, probably 60 vans in here at the moment. There'll be room for double that, because it goes like, you know, it's a huge area. It's probably 70 or 80 acres. So we'll take you for a bit of a look around some of the historical parts of the town.
Caravans and campers everywhere, eh?
Yeah.
Look at that one. That looks like an old SEC or fire truck or something. Towing that one. The red one? No, the red one over there. Look, big truck. Red and white.
Yeah, no, this is one.
Yeah. So where are we off to?
We'll just have a wander, look around the old town. So this was a mining village. We'll have a look at the info board later on, but there was, I think it was shut in about 1965 or 66.
Yeah. I was going to say, private property, do not enter. Persons found past this point or entering any building will be prosecuted. Be warned. Yeah. Not allowed to go there. Did we go this way last time?
I don't think so, no.
That's still a fly, I reckon.
We'll just do a U here.
Looks like somebody's camping over there, not paying much attention to that. Oh, maybe it's their home. So we caught up with Shane again. So he come up last night, camped beside us. He's headed off to Cairns tonight or tomorrow.
I don't know.
Yeah, so.
Cabins.
They all used to be little cabins.
Workers' cabins and workers' cottages.
See what the people do when they bring the little dogs? They bring these little cages and stick them in those.
So this is the original township, how big it was at different times. So basically it was first found in 1954. They had a contract to provide uranium to the UK in 56, 40 million pounds worth, and then it got up to 100 people living there in 1957 and was closed in 1964. Then it was reopened again in 1975. Population reached 242 people, and then in 1976 population got to 700 people, and then it was closed again in 1982. So now it's basically nothing but concrete slabs left, and the area's free campsite for travellers, and it's, you know, it's flat. I mean, you could fit several hundred caravans in here, no problem at all. But yeah, interesting place. Corella Dam's about 10 kilometres up the road, so that's where the water supply came from. They had schools here, hospitals, everything. So yeah, interesting place. We'll go up and have a look at the old mine site and the dam. So the old road out to the disused mines, 7 kilometres. As you can see, it's in pretty ordinary condition, but take your time and get a 2-wheel drive car out here.
So that's the edge of the mine up there. So pretty in here.
This is a nice little spot here. This would be a good little campsite here. It's where they were dumping a lot of the old waste that come out of the mine. So you can see this is just a man-made hill here.
It goes all the way along here.
Yeah. But beautiful spot.
So this rocket would have...
Hey, it'd be nice if you had a drone, wouldn't it?
We didn't.
So you get a bit of an idea here on where the spoils from the mine came out. So, you know, you wouldn't know where the original hill finished and the spoil started, but this is a fair size pile of rubble. But look at that view. Very outback Australia. So this is the open cut mine. Yeah, we did when we walked in last time.
Come up here and you did
The Gout's playing up today, so I won't be walking down there today. The water was a bit high last time we were here.
no, I don't think so.
Very blue. Quite a big hole in the ground.
So we were driving along and heard this click clonk, click clonk, click clonk, and we have a flat tire. So Mr. Jimmy's going to fix it, and we're going to use our new doobie what's it here that you back up onto, and it lifts this up, and so you don't need a jack. So let's see how we go. So we've just left. Where were we?
Richmond.
Richmond. Nice little place to stay in the fairgrounds. But if you let your water out, it turns to mud really badly. So make sure you don't step in it. We just come into Charters Towers, and we're going to stay here for a couple of days. Yeah.
Yep. A couple of new tyres on the caravan.
Yeah, so we're looking for boat repairs now. So we'll let you know what this is like over here. The old ambulance place, and the old ambulance up front. New ambulance. It's a nice little town. So that one's from the 1900s.
Want me to move the van down here?
Pretty cool.
Mate, if we're going to do work on it, I'll get you to bring it in the driveway, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we won't work on it.
So we're up on Towers Hill in Charters Towers. So Charters Towers is a old gold mining town. It was sort of established in the 1870s as they found gold here on this hill, and that by the 1880s it was the largest town in Queensland apart from Brisbane. I think at one point it had a population of 27,000 people. Still a fairly active place, but we'll have a look around here and we'll go down to town and have a look at some of the old buildings. It's got a lot of well maintained or restored buildings in town, so we'll have a bit of a look at them, but we'll go for a walk around here first. Give the knees another workout. We should have been a bit slack the last week or so. We haven't done much walking, have we?
Yep.
Did a lot of driving. So we drive from
A couple of hours worth.
yeah, basically from Kakadu to here, you know, basically just stopping for the evenings. That was about it. So we've been sitting on our fat asses in the car for the last week. So here's a bit of a view from Towers Hill over Charters Towers. So this hill in World War II was covered in air raid bunkers and anti-aircraft guns. So we're 130 k's from the coast by road, so maybe 100 k's in a straight line. So they had guns, anti-aircraft guns, even out this far. So those two tanks there are the storage for the town's water supply, pumped from a reservoir up to here to settle and then gravity fed back down to the town. You can see the remains of bunkers sort of scattered all over the hill. Here they reckon there's 127 bunkers in total. Some of them you can hardly see. Use them to store munitions and explosives and fuel. Some nice old buildings in Charters Towers, and City Hall was built in 1891. That sort of Italianate style was all just to show how much money people had been making from gold. Popular in Melbourne too around that time. Graph Office, 1898.
Good morning, Mr. Grumpy. Good morning, Mr. Jim. Just kidding. Are we happy today?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Townsville today.
Townsville. We just come from Charters Towers. How long were we going to spend in Townsville, and why are we going there?
We're going to be there for about 10 days, but we're going to go to the Harvey Range Rodeo, which is just out of Townsville, on next Saturday.
We're going to a rodeo! I'm excited.
Wendy's never been to a rodeo. So
No, not that I remember anyway. It's possible my parents took me when I was little, but I don't remember it.
and I haven't been to one since I was a baby. So that's 30-something years ago.
So we'll enjoy our time. Townsville is a bigger town. We know some people there, so we'll have a look around and try and see some things we didn't see last time we were there. Very exciting.
Try to feed some more fish.
So I'll show you as we're driving. It's a little bit greener here. There's mountains all over the place because this is, did you say the end of the Great Dividing Range?
Well, we're going over the Great Dividing Range. So the Great Dividing Range runs from one end of Australia to the other.
So we're going over it, and it runs from one side of Australia to the other. So you probably can't see much now because we're at the top. One of the tops.
Yeah, we're still about 70 k's from Townsville.
70 k's left to go. Alright, we'll see if we can see anything nice to show you along the way. So, this is what we do when we start unpacking. So we've just arrived at our caravan park. It's on a bit of an angle, so you put these wedges in. Got the walkie-talkie here, so I tell the boss when to stop. Hang on a sec. Whoa. Yeah, just hang on, I'll put the wedges in. The wedges in to stop it from rolling. One in front, one behind. All good, boss.
Good?
Yep. So this is, what do you call this thing?
Blackjack.
So we got a blackjack here, which is quite handy. And so when we're setting up, it's nice and flat. It doesn't have the wheel, so it doesn't roll, which is good. Because sometimes on a surface like this, you're always worried the van's going to roll forward. It's press button. and it goes down all by itself and up. So it makes life a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yep.
Jack, because it used to be if you had to wind it, you would always hit your bloody...
What side did you put the chalk on that one?
One in front, one in back.
Okay.
You'd always hit your knuckles on this thing, and this is just a push button, so I can do it as well. So usually when Jimmy backs up and we're packing up, I'm the one who does this. Next, we put the legs down. Now, Jimmy used to do all the outside stuff and I did the inside stuff, but now I can help him. So if you're a new person doing a van, instead of using the metal bar and winding, we use a drill. Ta-da! Nice and easy. Neat trick my husband showed me, so not everybody knows about it, so I thought I'd let you. This is another thing. This is a trick we just learned this week while we've been traveling. We're at one of the caravan parks. Wait! And somebody said, why do you take your shade off when you put your awning up? Because you don't have to, it just rolls up. Isn't that clever? So it's always there, so if you don't want it on, you can take it off, but otherwise you just leave it there. And it allows us to set up fairly quickly, and when you think about it, it saves on storage because you don't have to pack it up. Yeah. I gotta put the GoPro down. I can't do it at the same time. We also have this clothesline, which Jimmy's hooked up. So he saw that and learned that from another gentleman, and it comes in very handy. You just got to make sure that your screen, when you're pulling it down, you got your clothesline on the inside, otherwise you can't use it.
I want to put them legs in.
You can put the legs out?
Suddenly walking in.
Yeah. Because otherwise, uh-oh, I haven't tightened that side up yet. I got other work. See, I'm working, doing my
navigator's job.
yeah, doing this stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'll put the strips on this side.
So it's a lot quicker setting this up. So we'll put the flappers on, and yeah, it'll be a good day.
Pretty quiet down here at the moment. It's only 24 degrees. What time's it? When about 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 11 o'clock. I think it's only got a top expected today of 26. Perfect weather for walking around. So we're up at Mount Stewart in Townsville, which is 580 metres above sea level, and you get a pretty good view of the whole area from here. That's Magnetic Island in the background there, and the big one in the distance that way is Hinchinbrook Island. But yeah, Townsville's a pretty big town, as you can see.
Was established in 1864.
So this is the walking track around the Rotary Lookout in at Mount Stewart in Townsville. So it goes right around the peak of the hill. What size is this fucker?
been injured, has it?
No, he's fine. He's just having a rest.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's been someone's pet.
Really,
And
yeah?
they've just left him up here when he's gotten too big. But yeah, just pet him if you want. He's really friendly.
No, it's close enough for me. Yeah. He's a big fella.
Yeah, decent size.
Yeah. Wow. The last place you'd expect to see one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what when I came up and...
So we've been to the post office and picked up what should be a replacement drone. Let's have a look. Yes, back in business.
What were we going to do this morning?
Oh, we were going to go on ferry over to Magnetic Island.
And why didn't we go?
Because you've got to pre-book it.
Uh-huh. So what did I...
Fucking navigator should have known that.
But what did the navigator say? Well, since we're in town, why don't we go and have something to eat for breakfast, and then maybe you can just go fishing, right? And how long did we go fishing for?
An hour?
Couple of hours? Yeah? And did you enjoy yourself? And then on the way back here, you said to me, oh, you got your hairdressers today. I'll show you where it is and you can walk to it.
No, you drive to it.
I can drive to it. Well, I said I want you to drive me to it because I'll get lost. And what did you do?
It's such a soup.
You almost, if you had been in a shopping centre, you would have stomped your feet and go, I'm not doing that for 2 hours.
It's straight down the road. It's on this road. You can't get lost. Well, you could get lost.
But you've gone, okay, go and sit there for 2 hours, for a couple of hours. Why?
Because I can't drink beer there.
But I said, you just drop me there, come back here, and you can chillax and do what you want. And then what did you say?
Then I can't drink beer here.
Why not?
Because I've got to go and get you.
Or you can have one or two. It's not enough.
You're lucky I like you. I don't love you anymore.
But did I complain while you were fishing?
Oh no, I couldn't hear over the wind.
No, because I decided to take a scooter and go all the way down from one end to the other, and I could do that because I could see the water the whole way. I wouldn't get lost. And then I came back and I sat on my phone until it went flat, and then I'll come to get you. And I didn't even have to ask you if you're finished because you were just packing up, weren't you?
But, so you know, and I know, that you're a Southie personality and I'm a Northie personality. So you like to do shit for other people, whereas I don't.
You're a grumpy old man. Oh my God.
I'll let you sit in the navigator's seat, mate. You should be happy with that. So it's another beautiful day in Townsville. There's no wind today, so we're going to go day trip over to Magnetic Island on the ferry. But yeah, look how calm it is here at the moment. Low tide. So one thing I sort of noticed, like it's pretty quiet all around Townsville at the moment. It's like just for this time of year, it's normally busy up here.
Well, you can get there in 1 day or two.
Tourist thing today.
Yeah.
I can't believe how calm it is today.
was getting blown away. So we're on Magnetic Island. These are on
Going to
the
Horseshoe Bay.
different distances from where we are. So Canberra 1800 k's, Tassie 2600, Melbourne 2000, Darwin 1800.
What's this sign?
Yeah, that's the different national and state animals and flowers. So Victoria is leadbeater's possum and pink heath. Queensland koala and Cooktown orchid. There you go. You never knew that, did you?
No, I didn't.
So Wendy's rushing me to go over here and stand in a queue for some reason. I don't know why. But
You gotta see, otherwise we've got to wait for the next bus.
she likes to stand in queues.
Shoot you.
So this is Horseshoe Bay on Magnetic Island. So we're going to start off down this end of the island, which is the ocean end, and we'll look around, work our way back. So this is a really nice day to be out here. It's really calm. Today we're here at low tide, so it's about as calm as you're ever going to see it. So it's pretty flat and quiet over here, so we might send the drone up and have a bit of a look around. It's assuming it's not a no-fly zone.
Hey? What you doing?
The stickers off the drone. Why am I pulling stickers off it?
Why?
It's a new drone, it's got stickers on it.
Ah. I see water out there. Don't be putting it in water again.
Let's see if it's connected to the thing properly now.
Ah. It turns on. Oh, that's a good noise. Nice shady spot.
Yeah. Just let it find a couple of satellites.
It's lovely here, isn't it?
Good.
Oh, there it goes. So this is the one we're going to call the Mozzie 2? So, first flight of the Mozzie 2. And she's off.
So we're in Horseshoe Bay.
Horseshoe Bay. Should be some nice photos from that.
Cute little car for running around the island on. It's a beautiful beach.
Hurry home!
This is the beach at Horseshoe Bay. You could quite easily just relax here for a couple of days. They've got a shark net up down the bottom there so you can go for a swim. Doesn't seem to be bothering those people, they're in the middle of it anyway. So they just had lunch at the Marlin Bar down at Horseshoe Bay, and it was pretty good. And I'm just waiting for the bus to come along now, so we'll just sit here and relax for a bit. Yeah. Nice view. Can't believe how calm the water is. Had a day over at Magnetic Island today. It was really nice and couldn't have picked a better day for it, but we didn't get to see much because we were sort of taking our time, so we might have to come back next time we're up this direction, maybe stay on the island for a couple of days so we can see all the stuff that's over the other end of it.
Of 19182 plus 5 takes a
So we're at the Townsville Rodeo in Harvey Range, so we're here pretty early, so it's the competition's just started. So this is the
Alright, let's go to the Homestead Cowgirl right now, and we'll be Jamie Lee
barrel
Krause.
racing going on there, so we'll have a look at the next one, see how she goes.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that drum is right on position there, as a little knock can affect its positioning and obviously affect the course for this next lady out, Jamie Lee Krause. It will be formerly of Townsville, now calls Western Queensland home. Out there in Homestead. She's a multiple event cowgirl as well. Works the breakaway roping. And at some rodeos works the steer on decorating as well. Come on, Jamie Lee Krause. She's one of the juniors that put Townsville on the map as she came through, making multiple national finals rodeos. Yeah, nice job, earning the titles along the way. Come on, Jamie Lee Krause, let's get it on, let's get it done. Rounds drum number 3 and heads on for home. 18, 6, 8 and 2. 18, 6, 8, 2.
So this
She's
is the
down there,
guys
ladies and gentlemen,
raking
makes
the arena
some
in
wonderful
between
memories
events.
in photos.
I think they're having a little bit too much fun doing it.
Andrew would love this job.
Yeah, it's a good job for you. This is Wendy's first rodeo.
Yes,
Wendy, what do you
one
think
of our
so far?
competitors, if
What
you've
have you just
got
got
a
here?
white and
It's
tan
good.
Jack Russell, it's
It'll
been
be
running around.
interesting.
But we
I
have
was surprised
told
there's
her-
not so many people here. So
Yeah,
it's nice.
it's a bit early yet. It's only 10:30,
Yeah?
and I think the bull
Well,
riding and
there's
that
a
doesn't start till after
$50
lunch.
fee
So.
that is payable at the bar under
And it goes on
announcer's tab,
until
so
9
if
o'clock
that
at
is
night,
your
so
white
I
and
suppose
tan
a lot of
Jack
people
Russell,
don't come too early so they
make
can
payment, and then we will
stretch it out a bit.
the dog off
Yeah.
back to you.
because they start selling beer at 10 o'clock.
Payne, it could be Payne's dog too, yeah?
No, he's got plenty of money, don't we, Tate? We live on the
You look up where you need to go. Now we're going all right. You go at your pace. You paid your entry fees if you want to get it going. You do what you need to do, cowgirl, as we ride. Yeah, other side, cowgirl. Yep, that way. Good job. She's got it. She is. All right, look up to our extra. Swap sides. Yep, there you go.
I was just going to say, Jesse, anyone would think you're a barrel racing mum out there.
I know a bit about the sport, Kate. There's no doubt about that. We're out of drum number 3. Other side, cowgirl. Other side. Other way. Opposite. Gear him up. Good job. Keep going. Other way. Keep going. Good job. All right. Now we're around that third and final drum. She can hang it now, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause on the way home. This is Amelia Usher. There we go, break him into a Kina, darling. Time hand will catch you on the way home. 6-5 home for Amelia Usher.
How good was that, ladies and gentlemen?
You can eat this whole country,
Eh?
made right here at home by the best chef in this whole country as well. Lonnie Marks, he has been doing a fantastic
Wendy says
job.
I'm spoiled.
Drinks the whole
sitting on a
show,
picnic
works and,
blanket under an
works and
umbrella,
jerks down here, beer, wine,
drinking
spirits,
beer
you
and
name
she's
it. We've
throwing
got it up
empties
here in
in
the
the bin
corporate
for me.
area.
I think that's just the way it should
We
be.
can't wait to see some of our good friends.
All right, we're ready to rock and roll junior barrel racing. Emmy Carlson,
Former national finalist. She was a round winner at Emerald Junior National Finals only a couple of months ago when she rides a fast little bay horse into drum number 3, Turks Birds. Shifts and shakes all the way home for a time of 72.03.
Wow.
This is the mini bull rides with young kids on undersized bulls.
Country. All right, let's go. He looks like he's been under. Yucked up.
He's upset. Poor little kid. Must have got stomped on.
He's limping off.
Okay?
He's limping off.
Yeah. I think he got hit in the head.
Sing Buckingham out. Turbo. Cloncurry Cowboy. Cade Ferguson. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday afternoon.
Turbo. Come on, Kane. He is Wild Western down with a no score. As Randall Smith is sank to the ground, no score. Cowboy Atlas.
Australian Grand Prix could take some notice of this. Gives the kids free stuff. Keep them happy. Give the little bloke on the fence.
Yeah, we need some noise to be made for the kids. If we can't hear you, we can't throw free stuff out. There we go, all right. A few stubby coolers.
Stubby coolers. What do the kids want with
A few lollies here, lollies. Oh. Holy dooly. That's the power of the Dodge Ram, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you see, go in and see the team at Pickering's Auto Group. They've got Dodge Rams by the wazoo. You might be wondering about my new do, ladies and gentlemen. We are running the Donahue's mullet of the night a little bit later on. Some colouring in books if you get a little bit bored. I don't know how you could get bored at a rodeo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the cowboy Colt Gowan has a little rough trot down there. You'll see on the instant replay. Just gets... All right, come on, Brookie. Bateman's Bay Cowgirl right now. Let's go, North Queensland Elite. Oh, yeah. Come on, she's on the ground. She can hear you now.
So the way this rodeo works is it's a 2-day event, and they have like Friday is sort of like a warm-up event. It starts in the afternoon, runs sort of from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then Saturday they have the junior rodeo, so which is 18 years and younger, and that runs from sort of 10 o'clock till about 4, and then the older guys or the senior guys start at 5:30. That runs till about 9 o'clock, and then they have a big booze up and party that apparently goes on to about 2 a.m. So we might come a bit more organised next time, but great event.
the early one, having the little kids, like some of these kids are only 5 years old, they're just having a crack on a little potty calf. It's hilarious to watch, but they all take it really seriously. So definitely worth bringing your kids to have a look at that. So it's just on 5:30 now, the crowd's starting to build up.
Social media cowboy, mini bull riding sensation, Saturday afternoon. Oh. Wow, how about that, North Queenslander Lee?